This is the MX Master 4. I've been using this mouse for the past 4 months now and have really enjoyed it. I was previously using the MX Master 3S but decided to upgrade because scrolling on the 3S was kind of loud and annoying, but I'll talk more about that later. So here I have the packaging of the MX Master 4. If you look on the bottom right of the box, you can see this Adobe Creative Cloud logo. When I was looking to buy this from Best Buy, the Adobe Edition portion was in the title, so I wasn't sure if it was the right one. I did some research and saw that it was a 2 months free trial for Adobe Cloud Services, but the mouse was the same, so I went ahead and bought it. In the box you get a USB-A to USB-C charging cable, a USB-C receiver, and some paperwork. If you go online, you'll see two different versions of this mouse, the one I have here and the one made for Mac. The box says that the regular version is compatible with Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Chrome OS, iPad OS, and Android. I used it on Windows and Mac OS and can confirm no issues there. As far as I can tell, the main difference between this and the Mac version is that the Mac version lacks a USB-C receiver. The charging cable will instead be USB-C to USB-C, and it's available in a different color called silver white. If you decide later that you want to get the receiver, it will cost you another $15, but you should still be able to connect via Bluetooth to any of the other OSs I mentioned. Now let's compare it to the older MX Master 3S. Both are very similar in size, color, and overall layout with a slight change to the side button design. I've noticed some people who own the 3S didn't know there was an extra button on the side, but now it's much more obvious that it's there. The 4 has been updated with different materials that I think will have less wear and tear over time. Here with the 3S you can see it shows oils and scratches more noticeably. Aside from that, the feel in hand is very similar. I wasn't able to feel much of a difference at all, and I don't think most other people will either. Looking at the bottom of both, you can see the padding on the bottom is much bigger now. I've seen other reviewers mention that it's made scrolling worse for them, but I haven't had any issues. As mentioned before, the main reason I made the switch was the loudness of the scroll wheel on the 3S. Anytime I was working in a quiet room and started scrolling fast, it would really start to piss me off. I'll play them both side by side so you can see what I mean. Now let's cover the main specs. The MX Master 4 was released in September 2025 and the 3S in July 2022, so they are 3 years apart. The MX Master 4 gained an extra button, bringing its total to 8. The minimum sensitivity is 200 dots per inch and the maximum is 8,000, and you can adjust that in the settings. For anybody that doesn't know what that means, it's how slow or fast the cursor reacts to the mouse moving. The battery size has gone up to 650 milliamps from 500, but the battery life is still rated to last 70 days like the previous model. Bluetooth has been updated from 5.0 to 5.1 and the weight and size have gone up slightly. The other noticeable change is the addition of the haptic engine, which is mostly available when using the Actions ring. To manage the MX Master 4, you have the companion app Logi Options. Here you can customize any of the buttons including the Actions ring, which by default has the following 8 options. As you can see, you have the option to remove or replace any of the presets by dragging and dropping. You also have the option to add profiles based on the application you are using, which is pretty cool. The setup is pretty simple, but you have to create an account with Logitech to use any of the profiles available. The install portion is pretty quick, and when it's done you can click the default settings and tweak them individually. Once you set things to your liking, you will be able to use those dedicated actions for that particular app. Let's go over some of the other sections in the app. There's the point, scroll, and press section where you can change the pointer speed, button press sensitivity, scroll direction, and force, among other things. In the next section, you have the haptic feedback settings for the intensity of vibrations and which actions trigger the haptic engine. Next, you have easy switch to see what 3 devices you have paired to. Next, there's flow where you can use the mouse to switch between 2 different devices that are next to each other. And lastly, a couple of extra settings like software updates and the options to restore to defaults or backups. While recording this video, I got curious if the 3S had gotten the Actions Ring feature, so I updated the firmware on it and confirmed that it is available on it as well. So if you have the 3S or want to get that model instead, you won't miss out on this feature. The MX Master 4 is pretty much available everywhere for $120, and I haven't noticed any discounts on it yet. On the other hand, the 3S is usually $100, with the only exception right now being Target, where it is $80. So there you have it. The main changes for this new model are the additions of the haptic engine, the new materials, the Actions Ring, plus quieter buttons and scrolling. That wraps up my review of the MX Master 4. Thank you guys for watching and see you on the next one.